What's going on, guys? It's your man, Roadglide Brian. Hope y'all been doing well. Listen, I'm really sorry for the delay. It's been a while since I've uploaded any videos. Um, I've been doing a little bit of stuff here and there on social media, so feel free to please check me out over on Instagram and Facebook at Roadglide Brian. That's where most of my stuff has been getting posted. That's more frequent. um, Please bear with me because I am trying to get better at posting stuff on YouTube and getting my videos up a little bit more often than what I have been. Um, the recent events of what's happened, I want to show you guys some stuff, but I also want to kind of tell you the stuff that I've done because I want you to understand how impactful this event that just recently happened was to me and to my friend. Um, and I just want you to, I want to build it up, or as we call it, we're going to tee it up. So I'm going to tee it up for what I'm going to talk about. But to start it off, so you guys know, most of y'all know, that I ended up getting a 2024 Road Glide. Um, and man, it's a great bike, beautiful bike. I went with the black on black option, uh, which I truly liked a lot. Um, I'm trying to pull up a good picture of it right now, but I went with the black on black option. I had Harley get me a tour pack um, and pipes. I think I did a tour pack and pipes on my bike. I think that was all I did. I want to say that's all I did. I think that's all that I did was the tour pack and pipes. Because I wanted my daughter. She likes to ride with me. She rode with me on my other road pod, and she's been riding with me on the new one. And so, here I'll show y'all this. This is when it all started right here. 2022 January. I bought me a gunship gray. That bike on that floor is beautiful. I'm trying to tell you, boy. They keep them. Harley knows what they're doing when they put them lights inside the building. But man, that thing was smooth. Man, I love that bike a lot. I still do. I miss it. Um, I ended up changing a lot of stuff on that bike and making it mine. I just didn't do any engine performances. Um, Man, what a great bike it was. Um, truly an awesome bike. I ain't saying I wish I still had it, but sometimes it would be cool to still have it. But I did upgrade. I'm gonna pull y'all a picture up here. I was trying to find one, but evidently I just got stuff scattered, it seems. If I have it, oh, I'm tripping. Yeah, there you go. I mean, yeah, find me a better picture. There we go. This is the 2024 Road Glide that I purchased. Um, Man, just an awesome bike. Truly an awesome bike. Um, as you can see on the front, I did upgrade. I had the smoke version 10-inch windshield on the front up there. On this particular picture, I have some Chromeworks pipes that my man Jeremy, shout out to Jeremy, um, he let me borrow those pipes until I was able to get my pipes, um, which I ended up putting on some Tab Performance 50 cows, the 50 cows, um, and those things are super nice. Um, Along with the upgrades that I did came, um, I ended up doing a rear suspension, Oleans, um, that I got from Traveling Tall from going to the Run to the Hills 4 event. I also had heated grips on the bike. I just put a tuner on the bike and did a stage 1. And I mean, this stuff just happened like within a couple weeks. So, like the stuff I'm telling you about only happened within a couple weeks. And what happened is me and my buddy, we got into an accident. And not a good one. Not a good one at all. And I'm going to show you pictures and kind of explain what happened and tell my side of the story. Now, I know my friend, he had another side of his story from what he's seen from his perspective. And it was tough. And it's challenging because I feel like I did something very wrong and I didn't mean to. And my friend got hurt way worse than I did. But here's my bike. This was believed to be, I think this is the liquid cooled fluid that came out of the radiator area. Other people was thinking it was engine oil, but this hose popped on the other side of the radiator, which led me to believe that it was the fluid from that radiator. Because if you remember, the older bikes were oil cooled, I believe, and these new ones are liquid cooled. And I don't think my mechanic that was working on it, he caught on to that at first anyways. Maybe he did after some time. But as you can see just in this picture, it wasn't good. It was terrible. This was his bike. He went down on this side. His radiator and stuff here got messed up. His radiator popped out of that socket there. His frame engine guard. Now this is the low profile that you see right here. That low profile bar bent all the way back up against his bike here, and his floorboard. I can't really see it unless it's folded up, but I would assume that it messed up too because his foot took a really hard hit. And his name is Kevin, so keep him in your prayers, please, for a fast recovery. He got hurt a lot worse than I did, and I just hate that. I hate it so much because he's such a good friend. He ended up hitting me on my right side, but literally the right side of my bike. When I went to go look at my bike, the whole rear of the bike was like fine, like there wasn't a problem with the rear of my bike, but the right side of it is just damaged enough. And then we were so close together that he ended up hitting my engine guard, and it busted this plastic plate here. All of this right here where that radiator is at, this is where that thing split right here, I believe, and then it just poured out that fluid because there wasn't no oil dropping out of the engine. Here's that frame bar there, my bar, and that thing just got lunged forward, and then you can see the fork right here. It's busted, broken fork right there. I got another picture of that right there, and the rotor or the caliper that was on the rotor is completely dislodged into the wheel. Let's see. And you see where it hit my muffler there on the side. The air intake got bent real bad too. This left side was fine, but this right side, all of this up in here, this cavity where the speaker's at, it got pushed forward a little bit somehow. All of this right here, all of the plastic outside of this little cubby hole is just like broken. This right here was the accident. Over here, back to this left side right here, this is where I was at. My bike's down over here, and then he ended up all the way over here on the ground, and his bike's there, and he's laying down right here in front of me, and I'm just checking on him, um, and it was scary, man, because um, I remember as soon as he hit me, like I just knew in that moment, like I'm in an accident. That was the first thing in my mind. I'm in an accident, and I didn't know what was happening. There was at least 2 split seconds of fall time of where I got hit. Um, um, I don't remember everything. I know I was conscious the whole time. Um, I got hit, boom, and it's just an instant impact. It was boom. I remember being thrown. I was just thrown away from my bike. I felt my helmet. I had my full face on. My helmet hit the ground, and then I was on my face. I was face down on the ground in the grass, somewhere about in that area right here to behind, or maybe a little bit further back this way, but in that area. And I knew I was conscious. My knees were hurting, and I couldn't really get up and walk at the moment. And then people started getting out of their car, and then I just started yelling at them. I said, "Go check on him! Go check on him!" Because I kind of was looking to see who had hit me or what had hit me, and I was terrified when I looked over and seen him, and he was just laying on his back, not moving at the moment. Um, but I'm thankful. Um, and I'm gonna explain what happened in this accident and what the situation was, and some of you may be able to relate. And I'm sharing this to learn from it and hopefully teach someone else or have some shared experience, of watch out for this in case your friend does this, because I did this and this is what happened. Um, there's a video here. I'm gonna turn down the volume, but you can see where my bag got jacked up. The bag got scraped up. It scraped down here and on the very top. This is the fork. Look at how look. Now I don't know if you can tell how thick that is, but that junk's pretty thick. That daggone fork just split. I mean, broke completely. The fender's bent upward, like this whole fork is just bent upward, and the fender here is bent downward, and it created a missed joint right here where this is at. The whole caliper came off the bolts or whatever it was attached to, but it came off the rotor and dislodged itself into the wheel right here. And that was his bite down in the grass that day. Like I said, all of his damage was on that bottom left side. This is his bike where that bar blood rammed into his fender. These are obviously close-ups on the same pictures, but me and him was both thankful to be alive, and we're both thankful that we didn't go home to the Lord, man, because he could have chose that moment for us too. And I got a wife and kids, and I wouldn't want to be out of here. You know what I mean? Look at my fender, man. Goodness. And that engine guard, boy, that damn thing got bent completely forward. Um, yeah, I'm just thankful to be alive, man, because I shouldn't be here. I couldn't be here, but grace of God, His mercy, His grace, I'm still here. Um, my wife's pregnant. We got a baby due in March, and I'm just thankful that He kept me, because He didn't have to, but he kept me, and I'm thankful He kept my friend, because I was really scared for Kevin. I was really scared for Kevin, but the Lord watched over him, and um, he's going to do good. He's going to pull through. He's got broken hands, rods and pins in his hands and his left foot. Um, and the dude's a freaking fighter, man. Like he's the dude that you want on your side, man. Like that's who he is. He's that dude that if it comes hell and high water, he's the dude. You know, he's the dude you want on your side because you're gonna get through things with him, and that's what I love about him. I'm sure he knows he'd say the same for me. Um, but without getting too further in depth here, just to explain what happened. Um, I'm gonna do this in a little bit of an illustrated way, just because I think I can make more sense of it if I show you the roads and explain it to you, rather than just sit here and tell you all about it. Literally just pull up the map and be like, this is the road I was on. This is what happened. Be able to explain it. Um, so we were coming out at the end of this road right here. We were stopped right here in this lane to turn left to go uh, the turn left this way on Highway 70. We're turning out right here. I was the first one to turn out. Now I had turned out and made it down the road to probably about somewhere in here, probably somewhere in here, maybe even this right up here somewhere. I was up in here somewhere. I'm pretty sure I was up in here. I had made it down the road to probably about this point right up here. And then they were, so when I got here, I'm checking my mirrors and I don't see these guys coming up out. This is a hill and then this curve. When you're here, you can't see down this way because of this slanted hill here and then this little bit of a curve. I know it's not a big curve, but there's a little bit of a curve there before this road straightens out. And because of where I was at, I couldn't see them back here at all. And they were sitting here still waiting on traffic to clear. And I thought traffic was good, okay? But by the time I was here, I'm looking back in my mirrors. I don't see none of their headlights. So I'm already in my mind like thinking something bad just happened, and I need to you just start having those thoughts. You just do, and if you don't, then I don't know, but I have those thoughts, and it's not in a bad way. It's just a precaution, and to act fast, and so I seen him come up over the hill and clear, and I seen him come up about right around here on this road right here, and I'm down here. So that's probably not. I mean, we're looking at it on a map, so I really don't know how far to tell you it was, but I felt like it was about 150 to 200 yards from where I was at over here to here. Now down here, I had turned around and made a U-turn because I seen him come up over the hill, but I didn't see a third guy with him. So I was like, oh snap! And when I didn't see the third guy with him, I was like, okay, I just acted. I didn't think more about it. I just acted. I know CPR. I understand how to. Not that I have one, but what is it called? When you it's like a strap looking thing, and you tie it off so somebody don't bleed out and stuff if something happened. A tourniquet. Yeah, a tourniquet. I know how to use one, or I makeshift something, use a belt or something. You know what I'm saying? I have some understanding of that stuff, and I just didn't think twice. I made a U-turn, and I'm coming back down the road here. I'm not sure where I got to, but it had to be. It had to be. I want to say it was right in here because I had hit a U-turn in the front of someone's house. I hit a U-turn somewhere. This looks like the house here, but I can't promise you that it is. But that might be it. But I hit a U-turn. I remember hitting the U-turn, And when I hit the U-turn, like now at this point, I've done drove down the road. I don't see these guys coming. I see one of them coming, but I don't see the other one. So I immediately, my reaction is I made a U-turn and I started heading back down the road here. Now it wasn't too long. It was maybe a couple seconds. And then I seen both their headlights come up around this curve right here. Um, and when I seen them, I was like, okay, we're good now. Now at that point, I went ahead and decided that I needed to get back in the same line of traffic to go with them because we were all going this one way. And so I did another U-turn on this road. Now this is a very narrow road, but I did a U-turn again, and I went and I'm going back this way. So I'm on this road coming this way, and I U-turn to go back this way. Well, by the time I did that U-turn and started to do that U-turn, my friend Kevin was already coming up on this white line doing about 40. And maybe I just didn't time it right. Maybe, anything could happen. Uh, but, maybe I just didn't time it right. It happened right here. This is where he ended up over here by this driveway and I was over here in the grass. Um, this is where it happened at right here. And so, um, yeah, he hit me in my right rear by the time I did the U-turn. He ended up in the person's yard area, was bike dead, and then hit over there, and I was over here in this area somewhere. But he hit my right rear side, and and I'm seeing them coming up the road, and I promise, I thought that I had enough clearance to yank that U-turn and get back in that lane, but I didn't judge. Maybe I didn't judge his speed correctly. I'm really not sure. I'm really not sure. But I, I, I knew I checked him. I made sure I seen how far they were away from me, and I checked my rearview mirror to make sure there weren't no cars that were going to be like, on my rear end within a couple seconds, so that I could bust another U-turn. So I made the U-turn. I made the U-turn all the way up and straightened out. And by the time I straightened out, boom, and he was in my right rear, and it's just scary, man. But again, I'm sharing the story as to create awareness. Me and my friends are alive. The Lord blessed us with our lives. We didn't die, thankfully, and the Lord kept us. So that's the main thing. And I think we're both ready to ride again as soon as that time presents itself. Um, but until then, we're both just healing right now and taking time, man. Sometimes I feel like, the Lord slows us down in certain ways to just allow us to focus on Him a little bit more than what we have been, and it's kind of like reeling you back in, and remembering that He has outstretched arms, He's always there to give us love, and to show love to us. And he wants us, he's a jealous. The Bible says he's jealous because he wants us. He wants our attention. He wants us to talk to him and pray to him. And that's definitely opened up um, that part of me in my heart to the Lord, and I've been doing it. Excuse me. I've been doing it more and more. Um, and I'm sorry, I'm not a professionalist at what I'm doing and when I'm talking to you guys on YouTube and stuff, but I'm real, and I promise I'll always try to keep it real. Um, I don't sling dope, I sling hope, and I love the Lord. I love Jesus. Um, but I'm thankful, man. I'm thankful. Um, I'm hoping to get another bike. I'm not afraid to ride again or any of that stuff. Um, just a very bad situation of what happened. And I'm thankful me and my buddy lived through it. Me and him's been riding for 4 years together. We ain't never had a problem. We both had some close calls over time, and I got some videos to prove that. Um, but we're alive, man. We're alive, and thank the Lord. I hope this helped somebody, or at least gave an insight of our situation and what happened. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below or reach out on Instagram or Facebook. Again, it's roadglide Ryan. I got a new logo you can see here on the screen, RGR. It was a little bit simpler, but I made it inside of the bike on a Photoshop. So I thought it came out pretty cool. So I'll be rocking that for a while. I'll get some stickers made out and stuff. But thank you guys for taking the time. If you like the video, like, share, subscribe. And then, as Traveling Tall says, keep gliding and always have a blessed day. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.